T, Test 1, Section 4. Let's start with number 7. The number of rooftops or solar panel installations in 5 cities is shown by the graph above. The total number of installations is 27,500. What is the appropriate label for the vertical axis of the graph? Okay, so 27,500. These would be, since this is in thousands, these are going to be in thousands. What you could also do is figure out, you could say this would be 9,000 right here. This one would be 5,000, and if you did it in thousands, if you work through each of these, it would add up to about 27,500. So the answer is in thousands. So this would be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. You could try it with other ones, but it won't work. All right, another really tricky one here. It says, for what value of n is n minus 1 plus 1 equal to 0? Well, the thing to keep in mind is absolute value is always, not this n, but this absolute value is always positive. So you can't have a negative number, and it would have to be negative 1 in order for this to equal 0. So there's no such value. Absolute values can only be positive. Two positives cannot add up to 0. So that's it for 8. All right, the speed of a sound wave in air depends on air temperature. The formula above shows a relationship between A, the speed of the sound waves in feet per second, and T, their temperature. So which of the following expresses the air temperature in terms, here we go, this is the same thing, in terms of the speed of the sound wave? So we want it with the A in the answer. So I'm going to solve this thing for T. So we're going to start moving everything away from the T. So I'm going to say A minus 1,052 equals 1.08T. We just subtracted this from both sides. Now we just need to divide both sides by 1.08. These cross out. So we solved it for T in terms of A. In terms of means you leave it in the equation. So we just look through the answers and we see which one looks like that, and the answer is A. All right, next one also goes with the same problem. At which of the following air temperatures will the speed of the sound wave be closest to 1,000 feet per second? So I am going to use, I guess you could do it either way. All right, I did air waves closest to 1,000 feet per second, so I use this equation, A plus equals 1.052 plus 1.082. The advantage to that is if you use this equation up here, on this equation, you could have just put 1,000 in for that. It would have been a lot easier. But if you made a mistake on that, then you would have gotten it wrong. So the air temperature is of a sound wave is closest to, we're supposed to find the air temperature. So we're supposed to find T. So I'm going to put 1,000 in for A equals 1.05, no, not 1 point, where that point came from. All right, 1052 plus 1.082. And as I said, you could have used the one that you solved for above. You could have just put 1,000 in for the A. And you could solve that now. I'm going to subtract 1,052 from 1,000, so negative 52 equals 1.08T. And when you divide that by hand, no less, because this is this is a calculator section, so you can divide it in the calculator, and you're going to get negative 48 degrees. All right, which of the following numbers is not a solution of the inequality? 3x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 4x minus 3. You could plug them in. You could just pick your numbers, they're down here, just plug them in, see which ones don't work. That's an easy way to do it, right? Or you could solve it. I just added 3 to both sides, so I got negative 2 is greater than or equal to x. So I flipped around, x is less than or equal to negative 2. And which one's not less than or equal to negative 2? Well, negative 2 is less than, or is equal. Negative 3 is less than, negative 5 is less than, so the answer is negative 1. Would have been really easy, though, to just plug this negative 1 in and you would have said, oh, So work from your answers when you can. All right, the next one, based on the histogram above, which of the following is closest to the average arithmetic mean number of seeds per apple? So first of all, you need to figure out how many seeds there are altogether. So I did that. I took 2 apples have 3 seeds. So 2 apples have 3 seeds. Let's see how many of you missed this one. Number 12. 8 of you missed this one. 5 apples, or let's see, 4 apples have 5 seeds. So I just worked my way down, and I just went through 2 apples, 3 seeds, 4 apples, 5 seeds. So we're just going to work it down. 1 apple had 6 seeds. 2 apples had 7 seeds. 3 apples should have been times. 3 apples had 9 seeds. And I added these all up, and I got 73. It told us that we have 12 apples, so I divided this by 12, and we got 6-ish. So the answer is 6. All right, let's go and do another page. All right. A group of 10th grade students responded to a survey that asked which math course they were currently enrolled in. The survey data were broken down as shown in the table above. Which of the following categories accounts for 19% of all the survey respondents? So here's all the survey respondents. We're trying to find which category is 19% of that. So we're just going to start. Females taking geometry. You have a calculator, so these are pretty easy. So female taking geometry would be 53. So you take 53 and you divide it by 310, and I got 0.17. That's not 19%, that would be 17%. Then we have 2 females taking algebra 2, so let's try that. 62 divided by 310 is 0.20. Nope, not quite. We need something in the middle. Males taking geometry, well, yeah, look, that's kind of in the middle, right? So we get 59 divided by 310, and that's 19%. So that is your answer. All right, the last one for this video. Let's do this one. The table above lists the lengths to the nearest inch of random sample of 21 brown bullhead fish. The outlier measurement of 24 inches is an error of the mean, median, and range of the values listed, which will change the most if the 24-inch measurement is removed from the data. All right, so if you figured each of these out, what is mean? It's the average. So you would add these all up, and you would divide by, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 21. You divide it by 21, and you would get the mean. And I actually didn't do all these, but that's what you would do, because I kind of could tell right away what it was going to be. And then you would have to take the 24 off and find the mean again and see if it deviated as much. The median is the middle number, and you can see the middle number is not going to really change if you take off the 24. Median is the middle number. So in case you don't know these, let's just go through those. The middle number. The mean is the average. So first you would find the middle number, the median, by including the 24, and then you would take the 24 off, and it would still be 12. Pretty sure there. And then the range. The range is the difference between the biggest and the smallest. So if you did 24 minus 8, you're going to get 8. And if you do 24, if you take off the 24 and find the range, it's going to be 16 minus 8, which is, whoops, okay, this one should have been 16. 16, this one's going to be 8. So it's a big difference. This is the biggest difference, and so the answer would be the range. All right, so that's it for this video.